Hi, Vinnie. It's so great to see you and be back here again with you. How are you doing?
Barbry, you are like the rock star here. This is like the third or fourth appearance. So I know you have a new role. I'm excited to hear more about you.
Well, I am so honored and delighted that I hold the record for the most appearances. I'm very excited to share with you my new role. So here I am now, 3 months into the role. I am a managing director and SVP of Workday Ventures. So it's very exciting. I thought before we get into the questions and answers, maybe I could share a little bit about Workday Ventures, if that's okay, Vinnie.
That'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Workday Ventures was founded in 2018, and it was really designed as a corporate venture capital arm, strategic arm of Workday, to really help accelerate the emerging enterprise software companies that can add value to Workday's customers and also very complementary to Workday's products. So we're looking for existing buyers and target markets as well as adjacent markets to us. And I'll get more into that as we get into the questions and answers. So we are a $250 million fund. We do not lead rounds. Instead, we co-invest along lead strategic investors. They set the terms, they do the evaluations. We do not sit on boards and we do not ask for first right of refusal. Now, we like to invest typically in early stage companies, so Series A, Series B, but we also do Series C and D, and we like to follow on to help our startup companies in our portfolio go from startup to what I call scale up. And a key part of what we do differently in Workday Ventures is really provide that strategic partner program, really partner closely with our customers to provide both a relationship management experience as well as an operator experience to help them grow in their strategy and in their growth as a company. So that's kind of where we are with Workday Ventures today, Vinnie.
Well, Leanne had presented last December, so I'm excited to hear what you've done, how you're changing it, and so on. So all yours.
Okay, great. So it's been a really interesting and exciting time. As you know, I've been at Workday over 7 years. Most of my time was in the products and technology side as a product leader where I led product management. I also, in addition to that, was a general manager of our largest portfolio of products, HCM and workforce management and solution marketing. But what I really wanted to do was, and has always been interested in Workday Ventures and venture capital. And the reason why was I've always been drawn to the innovation as well as the pace of venture capital. And I started my career early at PeopleSoft and Oracle, where I got to know Anil Bhusri. And so what happened is this opportunity opened up. I was at a point in my career where I really wanted to give back, give advice, and help organizations grow and scale, because that is definitely my core competency that I learned over the long history of my career. As you know, I joined Workday in 2015, and that's when we were a $1 billion company. And now we're on our way to 4 billion and beyond to 10 billion. So that is definitely perfect timing. The other reason I joined Ventures is because Anil can be very convincing, as we both know. So the other great thing about what's happening in Workday Ventures is the market. The market has just been exploding. They say it's shattering all new records. So if you look at global funding for the second half of this year, it is incredible. It's $228 billion. And for Q2 alone, setting a new record with $156 billion in global funding. We also had 136 new unicorns. This is 6 times the growth in 1 quarter alone. We're now close to 1,000 unicorns, just shy of that. So incredible growth. The other important thing is that
these numbers, Barbry, are these numbers for enterprise apps or broadly VC funding?
This is VC funding across the board, so even broader than enterprise technology. Sure. The other key thing is that the money is still primarily coming from the US. So 45% of total funding is still coming from US, so 70 billion in the quarter. And it's still coming from Silicon Valley. So 23 billion of that was still coming from the Silicon Valley. The other key thing is that you're seeing, this is the age of mega deals, right? So we had 390 deals funded at over 100 million. So another record high. I think it was 376 of those deals in Q1. So record half again. The other important thing, the other tailwind behind the whole momentum is that you're seeing a lot of M&A and IPOs exits. So record level of exits, it's doubled over the year. So if you look at this quarter alone, 2,893 exits. FinTech is still leading where the venture spending and funding is going. And what you're seeing here below is that the evaluations, the median of the evaluations in each series has really increased. So it's 42 million is the median for Series A, 124 million for a Series B, and 258 million for a Series C. So with that as the backdrop, if we go forward, I can give you an update on where we are.
The exits, are they mostly M&A or SPACs or IPOs?
Yeah, SPACs are in there, but that number that I just showed you was for M&A and IPOs alone. So tremendous growth in IPOs, tremendous growth in mergers and acquisitions. That number does not even include SPACs. So again, great tailwinds really in this market. And so with all of that, we have really are well ahead in a pace of where we set our key objectives in OKRs for Workday. We wanted to have 10 to 12 new investments a year. We already have 9 new investments. Those are the boxes that you're seeing here in red. So in our portfolio today, we have 32 companies now. So that's 4 more than when we last met you in July, or was it June? I think it was June when we had the town hall. And in addition to that, we've had 7 follow-on investments, and we've had 3 exits. But let's talk first about the net new investments this year. And what I think is really important.
I don't think you're spending enough time on this.
Oh, I'm going to spend some time.
Any progress? I'm just kidding.
Oh, we're too slow. We're slowing down, is what you're saying.
I'm just kidding. 3 exits, 9 new investments. You're moving along.
Yeah, and that's only for the first half of the year. So we still have half of the year to go. The other important thing, Vinnie, I think you asked about this in the town hall, is we're really starting to balance out our portfolio. So only 56% of our portfolio is for the Office of the CHRO. So as you can see in those 9 new investments, we look going from the bottom up to the top. It's really 6 of them are outside of the Office of the CHRO. So we're definitely getting more balance than you've seen before. If we start from the bottom up, 2 new investments that we made for the CIO are for Icera and security. Now, you met with security in the town hall. They're an AI-driven platform for security and governance. And also we added Icera, which is new to you. They're an AI-driven service management platform to automate service delivery with conversational chatbots and RPA for IT, HR, and financial help desk. And then if we look at for the Office of the CFO, we've added Auditoria, which you also met in the town hall, Clary, which is a revenue operations platform. So it provides great insights to do sales operations planning, and Captivate IQ, which is a modern sales incentive compensation solution. So that's in the Office of the CFO. And in the Office of the Chief Procurement Officer, we added Expent. Now, Expent is a new solution really aimed at automating and accelerating software acquisition. What's interesting about Expent is that it was founded by 2 former Workday employees trying to solve a problem because they felt this was an unmet need when they were working in the procurement office under Workday. So really exciting company in Expent. And then if we get to the Office of the CHRO, I think we talked about Wealthy as well in the town hall. So that really is an enterprise technology platform combined with professional services to provide coordinated care for elderly parents or for sick kids. And that's where Betsy Bland is now the Chief Product Officer. But the 2 new ones are really around workforce management. So Alice is really a really nice tool that makes it very easy and efficient for frontline and hourly workers to get the most out of their pre-tax benefit spend by being able to automatically identify where they have spent on healthcare expenses, childcare, or commuting, and take that right out of their deductions in their payroll. And then Blink is really designed to complement what we're building out in workforce management. It's a mobile communication platform that provides a really good collaboration tool for people working out on the front line to help them communicate. So those are all the new ads. Any questions on the new ads, Vinnie?
It's great to see you keep expanding.
Great. And then, like I said, we've had a lot of follow-on investments. We've taken a lot of companies here all the way up to a Series D. We've got 4 companies that we did follow-on investments in. So League is in that area that you know really well. Vita Health is in that area. So tremendous amount of follow-ons. And then we've had 3 exits. So we had one really notable exit, and that was First Advantage. You might have seen the news on that one. It went public, it did an IPO, did very well. And that's in background check. And we had an exit with Maya, who got bought by Stepstone, which is a marketplace looking to do that through conversational chat using Maya. And then Saplari got acquired by Microsoft for Microsoft Dynamics to provide that supplier insights and vendor insights for Microsoft Dynamics.
So Saplari had presented in this series a few months ago. So.
Correct. So that's where we stand as of this moment. Now, if we go forward, there's still tremendous untapped opportunity across our portfolio. As you can see, with record amounts of funding, there's also records amount of innovation. These are the top 6 sectors. This is coming from Crunch-based insights, where the spend is occurring. These are the top sectors. We focus on 5 of these 6 sectors. So obviously fintech, that's really important for us in the office of the CFO. It represents the largest spend category, so 33.7 billion just in Q2 alone. This is everything from payments to digital lending. Digital lending, we're seeing a lot of startups and innovation in what we call early wage access, or pay in advance. I think that's really important for the hourly workers, to digital banking services, insurance, capital markets, you name it. Huge segment for us to focus in on for the office of the CFO. And then digital health is the next big category that we have been making investments in. That's where we see league with health benefits and plans, Vita Health for chronic illness, disease management, as well as Wealthy, providing that digital care services for elderly and sick kids. But there's still a lot of innovation going on in mental illness. So solutions, enterprise solutions to help with mental illness, as well as female health is another big category that we're seeing a lot of opportunity in. Cybersecurity, this has always been a hotbed of innovation. This covers everything in the portfolio, from identity management and orchestration to software as a service security to API protection. And so those are key areas that, of course, we're looking at to augment and support the Office of the CIO around our enterprise applications. And then AI funding. And you can see that this has been a key theme of ours and a key area that we look at when we're investing. It's exploding. This is a new record high for AI funding at 15.4 billion. This also covers automation. So you'll see things like UiPath or Automation Anywhere here. Workato fits into this category. And then, of course, near and dear to my heart is WorkTech, because everything in HR has changed with a new hybrid work environment and way of working remotely, to how do you attract and also upskill your talent and maintain your talent, diversity and inclusion, and how do you maintain this hybrid work environment and create a great culture. So a lot of innovation in here. I would say the hotbeds of where we're seeing a lot of opportunity is still in learning. So learning is really soaring at this time. Also payroll is surging with everyone fighting for talent, expanding globally, how they can automate and streamline the ability to hire talent and do the tax and compliance, and also operations is really important. So those are kind of the key areas we're looking at. Any questions around that, Vinnie?
Barbry, you've gone through so many different areas. I wonder if Workday is going to have any areas to invest in itself.
I think
you're taking over R&D for Workday.
We were just going to complement and go alongside, but there definitely is. I mean, I think the key thing here is it's just a really exciting time for innovation. And there is so much untapped and potential to invest that really supplements, augments, and extends the Workday portfolio. And there's some great areas that we can make some bets.
Fantastic. Any other than fintech, any other verticals?
No, I would say this covers a broad, it's very wide and very deep in which we can take a look at.
Okay.
And then in addition to that, what I'm really excited about, what we're seeing now, and I have to give a lot of thanks to the leadership of Leanne and Mark Peak, along with the incredible team that they built out that I am now part of. So with Sarah Svina, Tom Engel, Erin Yang, Betsy Bland before she left, and Savannah Green, they have really created and curated an incredible portfolio of companies with all very, very successful companies in our portfolio. I don't think we have one that's not performing. So that's really outstanding. So they really created a very special group of portfolio companies. And what's really exciting is that working with our products, our partners in products and technology, they're really opening up the applications, really creating a ability to create a very innovative ecosystem around Workday. And we're really broadening our program. So I know we talked in the town hall about this Workday solution framework really expanding our ability to integrate our venture portfolio companies. We've always had Workday Integration Cloud and have really integrated our portfolio companies with that, providing badges to them, certifying them. And then Workday Extend has really come along now. And with the people experience, we have now gotten portfolio companies involved in that. We have our first company, League, which is really exciting. You've met League in the town hall as well. They've actually integrated with our early adopter program around people experience, where they can now create custom cards. So they created custom cards for digital wallet and health profile. And then they've created journeys as a paternity leave or paternity return, or a maternity leave and maternity return that can integrate League into the people experience and even integrate with the help desk. So that framework is really powerful. And I think you're going to see a lot of capabilities that we're going to be able to roll out around that. But
Well, is 250 million enough? I mean, it sounds like you have opportunity for growing the fund.
I think there is going to be opportunity. So far, we still have money to spend. I think we're about 150 million in that we have spent so far to date. So we still have 100 million left.
Okay.
But that's the great thing about being off the balance sheet and part of Workday. If we continue to do well and grow, we can get, I think, more capital.
Wow, you've been good about rationing the money too. That's great.
Yeah, I think the deal sizes are getting larger. So our average check used to be 1 to 3 million for Series A and B, and 5 to 10 million to Series C and D. But I think with the rounds increasing, that's something probably that we will see potentially increasing going forward as well. The other thing I wanted to mention is, in addition to Workday Extend, we're opening up early adopter programs for Prism. And this is really exciting, because now we can bring in venture portfolio third-party data, say League, all the health spend data into Prism, and then provide that insight back to head of total rewards. Where is benefit spend going? How do we better optimize that? Or we can bring in Pymetrics or Skyhive skills and assessment data to really help with talent decisions. Or we can bring in Tealbook data to really help with strategic sourcing. So that's opening up. We also have our first early adopter program.
Kind of like what you did with Vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we're also doing that with strategic sourcing and Scout. So we're looking at how can we bring Tealbook closer into that, and also adaptive planning. So with Clary, which is that revenue operations, sales operations, we can bring that insight and do sales operations planning now. So really expanding the opportunities. So it's getting really exciting on what we can do with our venture portfolio companies.
Is that the only extension around adaptive, or?
Oh, no, there can be many more. That's just our first early adopter example. I think there's plenty that we can do. Skyhive is another natural one, bringing that talent insights into adaptive planning for talent planning even. But yes, the possibilities are endless. We're just getting started. And so I think it's going to be, as you know, I like to build things, Vinnie. So, we've got a lot of opportunity in front of us to build out these capabilities and really offer, a much open ecosystem of innovation for our customers and our venture portfolio companies.
So I got a tough question for you.
I'm ready.
I want your input on 3 portfolio companies that should bring into this series in the next 2 months. Which 3 would you recommend?
Which 3 would I recommend? Well, I can't share what you're looking at. I think I'm not allowed to share. I definitely think there's a lot of innovation occurring in the office of the CFO now. And so there's a lot of things that I think are exciting around environmental sustainability and governance. I think there's a lot of innovation in payments around treasury. I think there's a lot of innovation still in the office of the CHRO around learning new models and talent acquisition. So those would come to top of mind, Vinnie, if you will.
Okay, well, off the call, we can decide on which three I should profile.
Okay, that sounds good.
Barbry, this is fantastic. Anything else?
No, I mean, I think that we're in a really good position. Thanks again, I think, to Leanne's incredible leadership and Mark Peak's leadership, and with the team, and with where we are with the portfolio companies. I think the market is just exploding right now, and so there's tremendous opportunity. And I think having this as part of a strategic arm of Workday, and where the products are now opening up, there's going to be a lot more that we can do and bring value to our customers. And so it's a very exciting opportunity. And I'm delighted that I can be part of this.
Congratulations. And, let's do this every 6 months. Love to hear.
I would love that, Vinnie. I want to keep my record of the.
Be more than happy to. You deserve it. You've earned it.
Thank you, Vinnie.